Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. So for a Swiss Meringue Buttercream, all you need is 4 ingredients: egg whites, granulated sugar, butter, and vanilla. Now what I have here on the stove is a double boiler, a pot on the bottom with some water in it, and then in this bowl from my KitchenAid mixer I have the egg whites and the sugar. And you pretty much want to have a pot deep enough so that the water level doesn't touch the very bottom of your bowl or pot that you're using above it, only letting the steam touch it, but that it'll still heat up your egg whites enough to what you need. Now what you want to do for the most part when you get your egg whites in here and your sugar is you pretty much want to stir it constantly until it gets up to 165 degrees Fahrenheit or about 74 degrees Celsius. And that's for 2 reasons. One, because you want the sugar to be dissolved. I don't know anybody that likes gritty buttercream or buttercream that feels like you have sand in your mouth. You want the sugar all dissolved, and then you want to make sure that you're keeping your food safe for whoever's going to be using it. On the egg whites, you can do 2 things. You can crack fresh eggs and separate the yolks, or you can use these things, the liquid egg whites that come in the carton. Most of the time I prefer to use these because if I'm not going to be using the egg yolks from the fresh eggs, if I separate them, then I just don't want to waste the egg yolks, and this is a lot easier. So once you reach the right temperature, turn it off. Set your thermometer, if you're using one, and whisk aside. Put the bowl right back on your stand mixer. Turn it on and whip it on high until it starts to get cool enough and thick enough to where you can add your butter. Now it's going to be important at first to allow this to whip long enough to where it really starts to get thicker before you add your butter. Otherwise, it's not thick enough and it's not cool enough. When you add your butter too soon, basically you're going to have soup for a while. It's going to take a lot longer for your buttercream to thicken up and get to the right consistency. What I've done for this is I use in this recipe 1 pound, 2 ounces of butter. Just a little bit less butter than a lot of Swiss meringue buttercream recipes. I like it because it makes it a little less buttery, and it allows the sweetness of the buttercream to stand out in your cake or whatever dessert you're using it in, and let the sweetness kind of be in more of the spotlight. And what I've done is I cubed this and put it in the freezer. Cube it small enough and put it in the freezer. Once this mixes up just a little bit more, gets a little thicker, it'll help cool the buttercream down all the more faster. slow it down a little bit while I'm adding the butter. real nicely now. Now it's pretty much thick enough. Slow it down. I add my vanilla, 2 teaspoons. And there is the Swiss Meringue Buttercream. And I'll show you like this. And you can see pretty much how smooth it is. And that's it. So I thank you guys for watching. I'm Chef Jay, also known as the Busy Baker. And Lord willing, I'll see you again. Thanks for tuning in.